Law of expectation. Authors and published by Books Reader. Why is it that life always seems to meet people's greatest expectations? High or low? The law of expectation tells you why what you do expect, as opposed to what you wish, becomes reality. As an invisible architect, your expectations continuously plan out your future experiences. In this revolutionary guide, you'll learn why genuine expectation is not a matter of positive thinking, but of profound inner knowing that forms reality itself. You'll discover why certain individuals automatically attract excellence, and why others constantly experience adversity. How to sow immovable expectations of good, and why life will have to mirror back what you really expect. Once you grasp this deep law, you'll realize why changing your expectations can transform your life more forcefully than any outside action. Lesson 1: The magic of expecting beautiful things. There is a great power in our minds that can turn our ordinary experiences into magical moments of joy and fulfillment. This power is in our capacity to expect beautiful things to happen in our lives. As we nurture positive expectation, we create a powerful psychological and energetic influence that creates our reality in ways that frequently seem miraculous. The human mind is beautifully equipped to look for and find what it's seeking. When we expect lovely things, our reticular activating system, the component of our brain responsible for screening information, the region of our brain that screens information naturally tunes itself into recognizing opportunity, possibility, and good results. It is like the time you purchase a new automobile and start seeing the same model everywhere. Your brain starts looking for and emphasizing what it has been trained to look for. Scientific study has time and time again documented the fact that positive expectations do affect outcomes in fantastic ways. Medical science has shown the strength of the placebo effect where patients have been healed with real healing simply because they are convinced they are being given good treatment. This same phenomenon happens in all walks of life. When we really expect good, our bodies emit chemicals that put us in a better mood, strengthen our immune system, and make us generally better. The magic of expecting beautiful things is more than positive thinking. It's about building a profound unshakable knowing that life is working in your favor. Take Sarah, an up-and-coming artist who always assumed that her art would reach its perfect audience. After some struggles in the beginning, she stuck with her good expectation, and doors started to open seemingly from nowhere. Meeting a gallery owner by chance, a random subconscious levels. As we anticipate nice things, we simply conduct ourselves differently. Our posture gets better, our smile becomes more our smile becomes more genuine, and our energy becomes more magnetic. Individuals are inherently attracted to individuals who emanate positive expectation, and that generates a ripple effect of beneficial situations and connections. To use this magic for your own benefit, begin by tuning into the expectations you hold right now. Observe the way you're thinking about the events, appointments, or situations yet to come. Are you expecting trouble or possibilities? The mere process of moving your expectation from this could go wrong to something great is going to happen can make revolutionary differences in your experience. Start every morning with positive expectations. When you wake up, spend a moment or two picturing wonderful things happening in your day. See yourself meeting nice people, hearing good news, or enjoying surprises. This trains your brain to be hyper-aware of positive events. The magic becomes stronger when you pair positive expectations with thankfulness for what already exists in your life. This generates a strong magnetic field that pulls in more lovely experiences. It's as if we are saying, "Thank you so much for all these beautiful things." And here's looking at the next one. Think of Jennifer, who used this principle while searching for a job in a difficult economic time. Rather than complaining about the lack of opportunities, she had an unshakable expectation of getting her dream job. She went into each interview with real enthusiasm and appreciation, hoping to either get the ideal job or gain something worthwhile. In weeks' time, she had several offers and landed a job that far surpassed her own expectations. Practicing the magic of expecting lovely things takes time and patience. Some days it will feel tough to hold positive expectations, particularly when confronted by seeming setbacks. On those occasions, remind yourself that even adversity tends to mask lovely possibilities. Practice asking yourself, "What is the gift here, or how could this ultimately lead to something greater?" As you adopt this practice, you'll find the subtle differences in your everyday life. Colors could appear more vivid, dialogue more significant, and prospects more numerous. You'll come to realize that the magic lay not in the expectation itself, but in the way it changed how you perceived and engaged with the world around you. Lesson 2: How life reacts to what you expect. Life is governed by an intriguing rule that appears almost magical at first glance. It always acts according to our expectations. This is a deeply ingrained phenomenon in both quantum physics and psychology, and the synergy it creates is so strong that it forms our everyday lives. Once we realize this fundamental truth, we can start to tap into its potential to make the life we want. The universe is a complex web of energy and vibrations, and everything is connected. Our thoughts and anticipations release particular frequencies that ripple through this cosmic web, bringing corresponding experiences and situations into our life. This is not metaphysical fantasy. Contemporary science has started to support these old wisdom teachings through quantum mechanics and consciousness research studies. The self-fulfilling prophecy is a classic example of how our expectations become real. When we strongly believe in something taking place, we subconsciously align our actions, choices, and behavior according to our belief. For example, if you believe you'll ace an interview, you'll automatically walk with more confidence, prepare better, and project yourself better. These little changes in behavior make you much more likely to succeed. Our expectations also affect how we see and make sense of things in our environment. Two individuals can have the same experience, but leave with very different impressions depending on what they already expected. This selective perception molds our reality in highly powerful ways, mostly outside of our awareness. It takes conscious effort and awareness to break such expectation patterns. We all have restricting beliefs that originated in past situations, cultural training, or passed down family designs. These poor assumptions function like unconscious obstacles that do not permit us to recognize and access abundance and happiness waiting for us. Fortunately, it's possible to reshape these habits by applying concerted aware effort. The secret is in realizing our expectations form a model for experience. Expect good things, we become more sensitive to opportunities, more resilient in the face of adversity, and more likely to take positive action towards our goals. Life reacts to what we anticipate because we're co-creators of our own reality. Our consciousness plays with quantum reality's field of limitless possibilities, collapsing probability waves into actual experiences based on our expectations and beliefs. This isn't magical thinking or dismissing reality. It's using quantum mechanics and the law of attraction to understand our part in creating our experiences through our mind and emotion. The universal law of attraction supports our expectations, magnifying their strength. As we hold high expectations, we find ourselves aligned with higher frequencies that draw in more positive conditions. This becomes a positive spiral of experience that feeds back to our positive mindset. To utilize this principle in the best way possible, we need to be aware of the current patterns of expectations. Pay attention to what you consistently expect in various domains of your life: relationships, work, health, and prosperity. Are those expectations aligned with your highest good? If not, start the process of actively selecting new, more empowering expectations. The response of life to our expectations is not always prompt or visible. What may seem like a setback could be part of a bigger scheme towards something greater than we originally anticipated. This is the reason positive expectations, even in the presence of short-term adversity, are important for long-term success. Through learning and cooperation with this universal law of life, we can produce a more enriching and delightful life. Our expectations are like seeds we sow in the garden of life. Nurture them with care, feed them with faith, and see them flourish into lovely manifestations of our greatest vision. Lesson 3. Dancing with your dreams and desires. Dreams and desires are the song of our soul, singing a melody that inspires us to reach our highest potential. As we learn to dance with our aspirations, we forge a lovely collaboration between our deepest desires and the universe's bountiful possibilities. This dance starts with the tender art of discovering what most makes our hearts sing. Pause for a moment to still your mind and listen to the quiet whispers of your true desires. These aren't society's shoulds and musts that have been put on you, but your pure, untainted desires that spring forth from within you. Maybe it's a creative activity that you have always wished to undertake, a location you've always dreamed of seeing, or a lifestyle that beckons your essence. These authentic longings are your soul's jeeps driving you into your most complete life. Once you're aware of your authentic desires, then aligning your expectations with those heartfelt aspirations is the next step. This alignment is like getting into perfect rhythm in a dance. When your expectations are in harmony with your desires, movement is automatic and natural. Start by keeping your dreams in your mind's eye with unshakable clarity. Imagine them not as far-off possibilities, but as inevitabilities happening in divine timing. Visualization is a key to this dance of manifestation. Daily, create a sacred space in which you can completely step into the feeling of your dreams realized. Experience the emotions, envision the details, hear the sounds, and welcome the sensations of your dreams. This isn't just idle daydreaming, it's a deliberate process of programming your subconscious mind to identify and pursue your desired reality. By creating a detailed dream blueprint, you give structure and direction to your vision. Write down your goals with specific details, focusing not only on what you want but also on why you want it. Clarifying the emotional motivation behind each desire strengthens your drive and keeps you focused and inspired throughout the journey. Your map should be versatile enough to accommodate divine intervention and serendipity without losing the spirit of what you actually want. The dance is truly breathtaking when you take inspired action. These are the actions that spontaneously emerge from your aligned state of being. In contrast to forced or duty-bound actions, inspired actions are light, exhilarating, and near effortless. They may arrive as gentle whispers, clear knowing, or surprising opportunities. Trust these urgings and step with them, understanding that every step is taking you toward your desires. This dance with your dreams is not a formal performance, but an organic flowing expression of the evolution of your soul. There will be days when you leap boldly forward, and days when you need to sway in place. Both are precious in the big choreography of manifestation. As you dance with your desires, have an attitude of playful anticipation. Don't get caught in the trap of attachment to exact outcomes or timelines. Rather, have faith that your aspirations are manifesting in perfect synchrony with the universe's master plan. Having this faith makes you open to new possibilities that may even be superior to those you originally envisioned. Your aspirations and wishes are not arbitrary desires. They are spiritual seeds sown in your heart, yet to bloom through your anticipation and congruent action. Every time you move toward your dreams through visualization, feeling, and inspired action, you nourish these seeds. The universe reacts to this passionate attention by creating circumstances and opportunities conducive to your desires. Dancing with your dreams and desires is a lifelong co-creation process with the universe. Welcome the journey with joy in knowing that each twist and turn is taking you closer to the realization of your heart's deepest desires. Allow your expectations to be like a soft breeze that keeps you moving forward, always in sync with the rhythm of your soul's deepest desires. Lesson 4. The joy of trusting in good things. Trust is the foundation of all positive expectation. When we nurture a deep trust in the goodness of life, we open ourselves to the abundance that is always present around us. This trust isn't blind faith, it's a grounded confidence, rooted in the understanding that the universe functions through reliable laws and principles that support us when we align with them. While many struggle with trust due to past hurt, disappointments, or betrayals, rebuilding that trust is essential to allowing joy, hope, and possibility back into our lives. These experiences can build protective barriers that, while mean to keep us safe from hurt, actually stop good things from flowing our way. The trick is to understand that what happened yesterday does not determine what will happen tomorrow. Every moment is a new chance to trust more than fear, possibility more than limitation. The construction of trust with the universe starts with small beginnings. Begin by recognizing the numerous ways life sustains you daily, from the air that you breathe to the sun that comes up in the morning. These repeated presents illustrate the faithful nature of cosmic forces. While you practice gratitude for these everyday blessings, your faith muscles exercise themselves automatically. Gratitude serves as a foundational component of fostering unshakable faith. The moment we find joy in having what we already possess, we communicate to the universe our readiness to receive. This is not about negating challenges or trouble, but staying in touch and understanding that even troubles often possess secret doors leading to opportunities of growth and promotion. Start each day by affirming your faith in the goodness of life. Take a few moments to reflect on past experiences where things turned out better than expected, even in situations that once seemed hopeless. These memories act as personal proof of life's supportive nature, reinforcing your belief in positive outcomes. Another powerful way to deepen trust is through gratitude. When you intentionally acknowledge the good already present in your life, you train your mind to expect more of it. Over time, this habit rewires your perception and strengthens your confidence in life's unfolding goodness. Building practice is releasing the need to control. If we let go of our stranglehold on what needs to happen, then we create space for the universe to bring forth solutions that we could never think of in our finite minds. This is not passive. Instead, it is balancing taking inspired action with stepping aside and allowing life to work its magic. Relaxation of the body can make a big difference in helping us trust. When we're physically tense, we tend to be mentally and emotionally contracted too, and it's hard to have faith in good things happening. Consistent deep breathing, meditation, or gentle movement can release tension and set up the internal conditions for trust to grow. Keeping a trust journal can be life-changing. At the end of each day, write down moments when life surprised you in a good way or when things turned out all right in spite of your concerns. With time, this series of experiences becomes tangible proof of the reliability of life, and it becomes simpler to have faith in hard times. Being around trust, positive influences is important. This involves being around positive individuals who have a history of holding on to faith despite hardships, reading inspiring content, and being around success stories that prove the strength of unshakable trust. Trust is something we opt for minute by minute. Every time we decide to have faith in good things rather than focusing on worst-case scenarios, we build our trust muscles. Trust, like any other ability, becomes stronger with regular exercise. When your trust becomes deeper, you'll observe an extraordinary change in your day-by-day experience. Fearlessness grows, and peace grows, while synchronicities increase. You'll automatically start anticipating positive results and become less nervous about the future. This state of trust is self-sustaining as you find more and more evidence of life supporting and guiding you. The bliss of trusting in good things is not merely a matter of feeling good. It's about finding the natural flow of life and opening up to receive the abundance that is always there. When you trust strongly, you become a magnet for good experiences and opportunities, and it creates a lovely cycle of expectation and fulfillment. Lesson 5, From Worrying to Wondering. Worry is a normal aspect of the human condition, but it need not dominate our lives or reduce our hopes for good things. The shift from worry to wonder starts with realizing that the two states of mind cannot occupy the same space at the same time. In opting for wonder, worry disappears of its own accord, leaving open space for possibility and positive expectations. The human mind is capable of incredible creativity in imagining both positive and negative outcomes. Most of us have conditioned ourselves to utilize this incredible tool to create worst-case scenarios to fuel our anxieties rather than cultivating our sense of awe. But the same capacity can be used to visualize lovely possibilities and incredible results. It's like having a grand garden. We can either worry about the weeds or admire the blossoming flowers. Wonder is a normal state for children who enter life with awe and anticipation. They don't weigh themselves down with too many worries about what can go wrong. Rather, they are receptive to magic and potential in any moment. That sense of wonder as a child is not lost as adults. It just gets lost under layers of adult responsibility and learned worry. To restore our sense of awe, we first need to recognize that worry is frequently an abuse of our creative imagination. When we find ourselves spinning into worry, we can stop and deliberately choose to shift our thoughts to wonder. What if, instead of spending all our mental energy on imagining everything that might go wrong, we put that same mental energy into imagining everything that might go magnificently right? Building wonder habits means training ourselves to seek the extraordinary in the ordinary. It means spending time every day to pay attention to the small miracles that surround us. The perfect geometry of a snowflake, the intricate design of a leaf, or the way sunlight dances on water, these simple yet profound moments of appreciation can shift our mindset from fear to awe and gratitude. This shift is at the heart of turning worry into wonder. It begins with challenging our assumptions about what's possible. So often, our worries stem from limited thinking and outdated experiences that no longer serve us. By opening ourselves to new possibilities and approaching life with curiosity instead of fear, we create space for unexpected and uplifting outcomes to unfold. Physical movement can be a strong ally in this change. When anxiety sets in, going for a walk outside, dancing to inspiring music, or even just stretching can disrupt the cycle of fearful thinking. As we move our bodies, we automatically change our energy and build new neural pathways that favor a more wonder-filled perspective. Language is an important part of this change. Rather than "I'm worried about," we can learn to say, "I wonder how." This subtle change in wording creates possibilities instead of dwelling on potential issues. It encourages creativity and solution thinking instead of perpetuating worry. Another empowering practice is to have a wonder wall or journal, where we record moments of surprise delight, unexpected coincidences, and lovely experiences. This archive of positive experience is concrete proof that life holds magic, and good things regularly happen in unexpected ways that we never would have anticipated. Moving from worry to wonder isn't about suppressing the reality of legitimate challenges or forcing a rose-tinted reality. Instead, it's being intentional to experience life's ambiguity with an open heart and questioning mind. It is about having faith that even in tough circumstances, there could be secret gifts or potential for growth and change that is good. As we develop this habit, we start to realize that life reacts to our awe-inspired point of view differently. Opportunities begin to crop up more often, solutions become more obvious, and we are better able to manage whatever challenges come our way. Our expectations rightly become more positive, and we live more in harmony with the magic and possibility that exists in our lives on a daily basis. Lesson 6: Befriending Uncertainty. Life is naturally uncertain, yet many of us spend countless hours attempting to manage every detail of our future. This pushback against uncertainty frequently generates more tension and anxiety than the uncertainty does. The secret to peace and a positive expectation is in our power to accept the unknown and make it our friend instead of an enemy. As we learn to become friends with uncertainty, we allow ourselves to have infinite possibilities. Consider uncertainty a blank piece of paper instead of a black cloud. Just as a painter moves toward an empty canvas with anticipation of what he or she will bring to life, we can move towards the unknown parts of our lives with anticipation and awe. Changing our attitude toward uncertainty turns something to be feared into something to be welcomed. The potential of uncertainty is its beauty, and even though our brains tend to assume the worst case, uncertainty holds an equal likelihood of everything going right. It's where the miracles occur, where serendipitous doors open, and where life's greatest surprises ensue. Through embracing uncertainty as an organic state of being, we let go of the resistance that arises through needing to keep everything in a predetermined order. Constructing resilience to uncertainty begins by recognizing that it's not our enemy, but our teacher. Every uncertain situation offers a chance to build stronger faith, to cultivate intuition, and to hone trust. Whenever we become anxious over the unknown, we can remind ourselves of those past situations in which uncertainty produced unanticipated good results. These memories are anchors that enable us to hold on to our positive expectations even when we cannot perceive the whole picture. Building certainty in ourselves becomes imperative when confronted with external uncertainty. This self-certainty is not based on knowing precisely what will occur, but on knowing that whatever occurs, we can meet it with our strength and resources. We can foster this inner clarity through habitual exercises such as meditation, journaling, or even just sitting in quiet contemplation about our own inner guidance. Employing uncertainty as stimulus instead of debilitating factor can totally revolutionize our experience. Instead of waiting until everything is spelled out in fine detail before doing something, we can utilize the unknown as a call to investigation, learning, and expansion. This is an approach that turns uncertainty from being something that restrains us to something that inspires us to move forward. This practice also encompasses building a constructive relationship with change. Uncertainty and change always go hand in hand, and when we master the ability to embrace both, we are better able to cope and adjust. We can begin to view change, not as something that upsets our plans, but as the natural current of life that frequently presents unanticipated gifts and possibilities. Becoming able to deal with uncertainty with elegance does not indicate that we never experience fear or anxiety. Rather, it means that we learn how to coexist with both our fears and our hopes at the same time. We can admit our fears but select to focus on the potential for good results. This balanced response allows us to keep our optimism intact but be grounded in the real world. One of the strongest methods for coming to terms with uncertainty is to concentrate on what we are able to manage and let go of what we cannot. We can manage our attitudes, our reactions, our daily habits, and our devotion to upholding positive expectations. The rest, we can let go into the universe's care, having faith that things will work out in perfect timing and in our highest good. The more comfortable we are with uncertainty, the more often we find that it brings a sense of adventure and excitement to life. Life would be predictable and perhaps dull without uncertainty. The unknown aspects of our lives keep us active, growing, and developing. They prompt us to remain present, stay adaptable, and keep building our faith and trust muscles. The art of befriending uncertainty ultimately results in increased peace and joy in our lives. When we stop fighting the unknown but embracing it as part of the journey, we release huge amounts of energy that we can channel into creating, growing, and anticipating marvelous things happening in our lives. Lesson 7. The art of patience and trust in our fast-paced world. Patience is somewhat of a lost art. However, in the manifestation of our highest and most cherished desires, patience combined with unshakable trust provides an unshakable platform for achievement. As with a master gardener who sows seeds with total faith that they will grow. We have to learn to wait graciously yet with absolute certainty of the ultimate gratification of our wishes. Divine timing is very much a part of the manifestation process. Just as nature works on its own perfect timeline, flowers blooming just when they should, fruits ripening just when they should, so our desires and expectations, our deepest, most sincere hopes, unfold according to a higher intelligence than our own. And knowing this helps free us from the compulsion to control every minute detail of the process, and enables us to find a place of restful expectation. Building our patience muscles takes regular practice. Imagine patience as a habit that gets better with every mindful decision to be calm and faith-filled in the midst of what seems like delay or setback. When we're tempted to manipulate results or try to hurry nature's course of events, we can breathe deeply and tell ourselves that all things are happening in their own due time. Trust is our mooring in periods of waiting. It's the still small voice that says all shall be well when our rational mind is calling for tangible outcomes. Trusting requires believing and honoring the subtle cues and coincidences that present themselves on our path. These gentle nudges from the universe are breadcrumbs, assuring us that we're going in the right direction and that our aspirations are being received and acted upon by the forces beyond us. The exercise of patience and faith turns waiting from a passive condition into an active engagement in the creative process. In these times, we can do things that build our faith and keep our positive expectation. This could be meditation, writing in a journal about our desires as if they have already appeared, or thanking God for the blessings we have now. Synchronicities and signs tend to manifest when we're in this place of patient trust. We may see repeating numbers, hear songs that appear to speak directly to us and our circumstance, or feel coincidences that reinforce our journey. These events are cosmic winks, a reminder that we're not alone and that our wishes are working their way towards us through the right channels and timing. Life has a beautiful tendency to outdo our plans when we step back and let it happen in its own good time. All too often, the timing that we perceive as ideal is vastly inferior to the divine timing of events that materializes when we take a backseat and trust the process. With patience, we make room for surprises and opportunities that we could not plan or envision ourselves. Foster trust in delay periods when we know that what keeps us waiting may be precisely preparing us to accept the desires of our heart. Just like the caterpillar will have to pass through his change process in order to re-emerge a butterfly, maybe we also require some time for growing, for learning, for transforming into being able to absorb and hold what we're hoping for. The art of patience and trust also involves maintaining emotional equilibrium regardless of external circumstances. When we remain steady in our faith, refusing to be swayed by temporary appearances or seeming setbacks, we demonstrate our maturity and readiness to receive our desired outcomes. This steadfast attitude becomes a powerful attractor, drawing our good to us with perfect timing and in perfect ways. By becoming experts at the practice of patience and trust, we establish a tranquil inner sanctuary where positive expectations can grow. This inner state of serene certainty becomes our automatic function, enabling us to ride life's journey with ease and confidence, understanding that all we seek is finding its way to us in divine and perfect timing. Lesson 8. Expecting miracles as normal. The word miracle often conjures images of extraordinary, once-in-a-lifetime events that defy logic or explanation. But in truth, miracles surround us every day, quiet, subtle, and waiting to be noticed. When we shift our mindset to see miracles as a natural part of life, we begin to experience more of them. This transformation starts with the realization that miracles are not rare exceptions, they are everyday occurrences that take many forms: timely opportunities, moments of deep connection, unexpected solutions, or inner peace in difficult times. By expecting the miraculous, we attune ourselves to life's quiet magic and invite more of it into our experience. Think about the miracle of waking up every morning. The complex ballet of billions of cells functioning in concert to sustain us, or the immaculate synchronicity of encountering the right person at exactly the right time. These mundane events are nothing less than miraculous when we take the time to really appreciate them. By developing a miracle consciousness, we condition ourselves to see and appreciate such divine interventions in our everyday lives. The exercise of believing in miracles is about creating an acute awareness of the miraculous in the mundane. It implies viewing the world with the eyes of wonder and possibility instead of skepticism and limitation. When we come to each day expecting to find something miraculous, we tend to notice more the wondrous moments that happen before our eyes. Divine intervention comes in a million forms. Through seemingly coincidental opportunities, fortuitous problem solving at the right time, or purposeful coincidence defying the laws of probability. Such interventions tend to be subtle at first sight, but disclose their great depth with reflection. By keeping an open heart and mind to these events, we welcome more of them into our lives. Creating a miracle. Conscious living takes intentional attention and practice. Begin by taking a few minutes each morning to establish the intention of seeing miracles in your day. Use a miracle journal to record the wondrous moments you experience, no matter how small they are. This practice serves to train your mind to proactively seek and retroactively seek and acknowledge the miraculous in the everyday moment. As you cultivate this consciousness, you will find that miracles tend to show up in peculiar packages. Occasionally, what may seem at first to be a disappointment or a setback can ultimately become a blessing in disguise. The loss of a job that opens up a more meaningful career path. The missed appointment that leads to running into a person that much more on your path, or the postponed plans that save you from disastrous situations. All of these are instances of miracles in action. The exercise of anticipating miracles also includes developing profound trust in the perfect arrangement of the universe. When we really do believe that everything is going for us, even when things are looking tough, we keep the positive expectation required for miracles to happen. With this trust, we can keep ourselves open and receptive to the infinite ways that the universe is conspiring for our highest good. Add easy daily practices to build your miracle awareness. Go for daily nature walks and notice the tiny details of creation. Give thanks for the miracles you find on your daily walk. Share the miracle moments you experience with other people to remind and encourage them of the mystical nature of life. These practices serve to stabilize the expectation of miracles as your normal state of being. Being an expectant person of miracles does not necessarily imply passive waiting for supernatural happenings to occur. Rather, it entails being actively engaged in life while having an unshakable belief in the presence of God's grace and guidance. It entails entering each moment with curiosity and enthusiasm, believing that something beautiful may emerge at any given time. By having the expectation of miracles as your default mode, you are creating a self-fulfilling prophecy of living more miraculous moments in your life. Your perception widens, your gratitude intensifies, and your ability to see and accept life's remarkable gifts increases exponentially. This change of heart not only alters your own experience, but also affects those around you, creating a ripple effect of miracle consciousness in the world. Lesson 9. Keeping your heart light and hopeful. The path of positive expectation involves more than mental focus, it calls for emotional resilience and inner balance. A heart that remains light and hopeful becomes the anchor for sustaining optimism, even in the face of life's challenges. Our emotional state plays a powerful role in shaping what we attract. When we nurture joy, gratitude, and hope, we naturally align with uplifting experiences. Maintaining a light heart doesn't mean ignoring difficulties, it means choosing to carry faith, curiosity, and compassion through them. In doing so, we strengthen our ability to expect the best, no matter the circumstance. Consider your heart as a garden that requires constant nurturing. Just like a garden needs sun, water, and attention to grow, your emotional health requires daily care to stay light and optimistic. It is about conscious decisions in the way we manage experiences, interact with others, and nurture ourselves. When emotional well-being takes precedence, we tend naturally to positive expectations and have an optimistic attitude. One strong method for keeping your heart light is through the practice of emotional release. We all have emotional baggage that we've accumulated from disappointments or hurt in the past that can weigh considerably on our capacity to anticipate good things. By recognizing these emotions and intentionally releasing them, we open ourselves to hope and possibility taking hold. This may include journaling, speaking with a close friend, or doing physical exercise that releases pent-up emotions. Radical self-compassion is also important in sustaining emotional buoyancy. When things go wrong, be kind to yourself as you would to a close friend, instead of being critical towards yourself. Pick gentle understanding and encouragement. This empathetic way preserves emotional resilience and does not let temporary setbacks dampen your expectation of better things ahead. Using joy triggers in your everyday routine can have a major impact on your emotional state. These are little activities or practices that consistently make you feel happy. Maybe listening to inspirational music, nature time, or creative activities. By consciously planning these moments into your day, you establish emotional anchors that provide a positive baseline. Emotional resilience is built by learning to bounce back from letdowns without losing your positive outlook. It does not involve suppressing negative emotions, but rather allowing them to be processed healthily and with continued belief in the possibility of positive outcomes in the future. Emotional resilience is strengthened just like physical muscles through regular exercise and correct recovery. Social connection with other people is key to being in good emotional condition. Be around individuals who support and motivate you, who share in the belief of positive expectations. Such people serve as emotional nourishment and give you strength in tough times and share your joys with you. Be careful in selecting your social group because emotional energy is contagious. Developing daily habits that support your emotional health will help to create a solid foundation for upholding positive expectations. This may be morning meditation, journaling to express gratitude, or reviewing the day at night. These rituals are emotional anchors, allowing you to stay balanced independent of what's happening around you. Lightening your heart doesn't involve stifling negative feelings or insincerely being positive. Rather, it involves cultivating the emotional intelligence to walk through every feeling while sustaining an underlying tide of hope and optimism. This harmonious balance permits true emotional expression while maintaining your ability for positive expectation. Your emotional state is a strong attractor, drawing experiences that reflect your most prevailing feelings. By actively cultivating hope and lightness in your heart, you provide an emotional setting for manifesting your positive expectations. This isn't about suppressing happiness, but about cultivating true joy and sustaining faith in life's goodness. As you move forward on your path of positive expectation, put emotional well-being at the top of your agenda. Take care of your heart as the valuable instrument that it is, deserving of ongoing care and attention. By ongoing emotional maintenance and mindful selection of attitude, you can preserve the light and optimistic heart that you need in order to live in positive expectation. Lesson 10. Live in sweet anticipation. There is something enchanted about rising in each morning with a feeling of happy expectation as to what the day could hold. Lifestyle at sweet anticipation is not simply about waiting for good things to arrive. It's about establishing a way of life that is open to wonder in the present moment. When we live life in this kind of openness, we turn mundane days into wondrous adventures. How to live at sweet anticipation is the discovery of establishing the daily habits and rituals that keep us steadfast in positive expectation. This can start with a morning ritual that sets the tone for the rest of the day. Maybe it's taking a few minutes of quiet time in meditation, imagining the lovely things that lie ahead, or just taking a few deep breaths and affirming that good things are on their way. These little actions build a platform of optimism that tints everything that comes next. Small victories become important in keeping this mood of positive expectation. Instead of holding out for significant accomplishments to appreciate progress, take pleasure in the small victories that dot your days. Did you smile at a stranger? Did you finish a task you've been putting off? Did you learn something new? Each of these experiences is worthy of celebration and acknowledgement as they are stepping stones to greater manifestations. Building a lifestyle of positive expectation also includes paying attention to the company we keep and the environments we create. Surround yourself with like-minded individuals who share your positive attitude and realize the power of expecting good things. Envision your living and work areas to be filled with the joy and abundance you're anticipating. Simple elements such as fresh flowers, motivational artwork, or special objects can be reminders of the good things that are heading your way every day. Future visioning is an important practice in maintaining sweet anticipation. Take time on a regular basis to visualize your perfect future in full color detail. Feel the emotions that come with your dreams becoming a reality. Allow yourself to become enthusiastic about the potential ahead. This is not daydreaming. It's taking an active role in creating your future by the power of anticipation. Long-term maintenance of this optimistic state demands flexibility and adaptability. Life does not always pan out exactly as we have dreamed, but keeping sweet anticipation involves believing that even the turns we don't plan can still take us to wonderful places. It's about keeping your vision light while staying open to surprising ways of good that could come along. Adding gratitude to your everyday experience adds strength to sweet anticipation. By enjoying what is already in your life, you develop a magnetic pull that brings more goodness. This is not a matter of refusing problems or hardships. It is about having an unshakable belief that something great is always around the corner. Living in sweet anticipation is also a matter of learning to appreciate the current moment and yet hope for the future. It's being satisfied with what is and thrilled about what's ahead. This simultaneous awareness is a rich, satisfying life experience, in which each moment contains both immediate pleasure and promise of future joys. Sweet anticipation is infectious. As you live this, you naturally cause others to want to have a more positive attitude. Your enthusiasm and optimism are a light for others to see, demonstrating that anticipating good doesn't just happen in your mind. It's a revolutionary lifestyle. By deliberately living in sweet expectation, you become a self-fulfilling prophecy of positivity. Your expectations determine your perceptions guide your actions, and your actions determine your reality. This positive spiral builds upon itself, making an ever-growing spiral of lovely experiences and creations in your life. Existing in sugary expectation isn't about waiting around for the good things to occur. It's about playing an active role in the unfolding miracle of life with an open heart and complete trust in the beauty to come.